Good afternoon to all. Welcome back to my channel. Now we are going to solve the week 9, assignment 9 of cloud computing NPTEL, which last date is 26 March 2025. Now, guys, you can start to solve the questions. You can see this is week 9, assignment 9 questions, and there are never about 10 questions. And we will try to attempt the 10 questions one by one. Let's start the first question here. See, the first question is, which of the following statement is or are false statement? Asking about false statement. Fog and edge computing are substitute for cloud computing. Okay. Then second is fog and edge computing may aid cloud computing in overcoming some of the limitations like latency and issues. So we choose the option A is a false statement. Option A is the false statement. You can see why we choose the option A is a false statement, because fog and edge computing are suitable for cloud computing. Okay, so it is a false statement. Fog and edge computing complement cloud computing by processing data closer to the source, reducing latency and bandwidth uses rather than replacing. So second one is a true statement, because fog and edge computing may aid cloud computing in overcoming some of the limitations like latency and issues. So this is a true statement. This is a key benefit of the fog and edge computing, addressing latency, processing data at the edge level. So the correct option is A, which is a false statement. Okay. Now moving to the question number 2, which of the following is not a layer of a cloud fog environment model? Is not a layer of cloud fog environment model, that is called serverless layer. That is called serverless layer. Why serverless layer? Because the cloud fog environment model typically includes what it includes, that is client layer architecture. That is client means end services, that is IoT devices. Second is fog layer, that is intermediate processing nodes. And third one is cloud layer, that is centralized data centers. But serverless layer is not a standard layer. It's not a standard layer in these models. So serverless computing is a different paradigms, not a layer in the cloud computing architectures. That's why we choose the option B, that is serverless layer. Now, moving to the question number 3, that is in the cloud fog environmental model, server contain a fog server manager and virtual machines to manage requests by using dash techniques. That is server virtualization technique. Server virtualization techniques. Server virtualization technique. In these techniques, what happened in the cloud fog model, server use server virtualization to manage requests where virtual machines, that is VMs, are created on the physical server to handle tasks managed by a fog server manager. Other options, you can see option A, that is image virtualization. Image virtualization not a standard form. Second is container virtualization. Container virtualization is a light but not implied here. Last one is D. D is also incorrect because server virtualization fits the contents. So option C is the right answer. Okay, 3 options C. Then moving to the question number 4. Moving to the question number 4. Question number 4 is asking about the architecture used for resource management in fog edge computing is classified on the basis of dash. Is classified on the basis of tenancy, data flow, hardware. That means you can choose the option all of these. Or that is called D, all of these. 4 option D, all of these. We see all of these options. So you can see here, resource management in fog or edge computing can be classified based on the tenancy. Tenancy means single tenant or versus multi-tenants. Data flow, how data is processed and routed. And third one is hardware, that is the physical infrastructure used. Therefore, all these factors are used to clarify the architectures. That's why I choose all of these is the correct options. Now, moving to the question number 5. Which of the following underlying algorithms is used to facilitate fog edge computing? Okay, so five option is A and B. Five option A and B. We choose A and B, that is called discovery and load balancing. Discovery and load balancing. You see discovery and load balancing, A and B options. That is what happened in discovery. Discovery is used to identify and correct the fog edge nodes dynamically. And load balancing distribute tasks across the nodes to optimize the performance and reduce latency. But what happened? Benchmarking. Benchmarking, not an algorithm for fascinating fog edge. It is a performance evaluation. It is a performance evaluation. Then what about catch flow? Catch flow is not a standard algorithm in this context. That's why only option A and B we choose here, that is discovery and load balancing. Got it? Question number 5, A and B. Now, moving to the question number 6. Dash is a technique in which a server, an application, and in the associated data moved onto the edge of the network. The edge of the network. That is offloading. That is offloading. Offloading. So why we choose offloading here? We choose offloading. We choose offloading. Offloading refers to the moving computations, applications, or data to the edge of the network, that is fog nodes, to reduce the latency and cloud dependency. Okay. Then if you say containerization, containerization is about packing application, not moving them. Second one is virtualization. Virtualization creates virtual resources, not necessarily at the edge. Then D it's none of this, means offloading is the correct term. That's why we choose option C, that is called offloading. Now, moving to the question number 7. Cloud federation is the collaboration between cloud service provider to achieve which of the following? Choose the most appropriate options. Asking about most appropriate options, that is capacity utilization and interoperability. Okay. 7 option A and B, that is capacity utilization and interoperability. Capacity utilization means cloud federation allows providers to share resources, improving utilizations during peak demand. Then interoperability means federations ensure different cloud systems can work together seamlessly. But what about offloading? While related, it is not the primary goal of a federation. It is more about the edge computing. And option D is none of this. That's why we choose option A, that is capacity utilization, and B, interoperability. 7 option A and B. Moving to the question number 8. Which of the following is false about loosely coupled federations? Loosely coupled federation. That is, advanced control over remote resources. Advanced control over remote resources. Loosely coupled federations have a minimal integrations. Okay. So it is asking about which one is false, remember. So 7 option A is true. Why we say that A is true? Because limited interoperations due to loose coupling. B is also true because not support for advanced features like dynamic scaling. Option C is a false statement because loosely coupled federations do not provide advanced control over the remote resources. Do not provide the advanced resource over the remote resources. That is a feature of tightly coupled federation. Remember, that is a feature of tightly coupled federations. That's why option C. And option D is mentioned none of this. So option C is a false statement. Clear? C is a false statement. 8 option C. Now moving to the question number 9. In which of the following different CSP establish an agreement starting in terms and conditions under which one partner cloud can use resources from another? Resources from another. That is loosely coupled federations, partially coupled federations, and tightly coupled federation. All these three. That is 9 option D. We choose here 9 option D. All of these. In all type of cloud federation, that is loosely, partially, tightly coupled, CSP establish agreement to share resources under defined terms, differing only on the level of integrations and controls. So A, B, C, that is loosely coupled federations, partially coupled federations, and tightly coupled federations individually correct, but D encompasses all the options the correct. That's why we choose option D. All of these is the most appropriate options. Now moving to the last question, that is hybrid architecture combines the existence on the premises infrastructures, usually a private cloud with remote resources from one or more public cloud to provide extra capacity to satisfy peak demand periods. Definitely it is a true statement. You know, a hybrid cloud architecture integrates on-demand premises infrastructure, that is private cloud, with public cloud resources to handle peak demands, provide scalability and flexibility. That's why it is a true statement. Got it? That is a true statement. So a hybrid cloud architecture is specially designed to combine on-premises infrastructure, that is often a private cloud, with public cloud resources. This allows organization to scale resources, that is use the public cloud for extra capacity during the peak demand periods, maintain control, that is keep sensitive data or critical application on the private infrastructures, and flexibility, choose the best environment for each workload. Choose the best environment for each workload. That's why we choose it is a true statements. Now we are going to submit the answer of these questions. Please wait while the assignment submitted. Yes, your answer are successfully submitted. Thank you for taking week 9 assignment. We successfully attempt all the 10 questions. Okay, you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Guys, it will be beneficial for your upcoming examinations. Okay, not for only your assignments. So if you like this video, you can share and subscribe our channel. And next, we will try to solve the week 10 assignment 10 quiz, and we will try to make a video and we will share with you. So keep in touch with us. If you have any comments, any doubts, you can put your questions in our comment box. We will try to give the answer of your questions. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Take care of yourself. All the best for your examination.